I'm at the bank making money, making moves. Machines with tools and drills, making grooves. Missions impossible.
Welcome back to In the Green. This is Nora Lee, and today we've got Charles Carter with us. Charles, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. It's a holiday today. I know, Martin Luther King Day. Where are you based, Charles?
I'm in Georgia right now, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm 14 years old, and I'm a dedicated analyst to the market, and I hope for it to be my future one day.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, Georgia, you're sort of in the hotbed of politics right now. I'm not going to ask you anything about your politics, but Atlanta's a great town. I've been there before and have a lot of dear friends in Atlanta. So, yeah, always happy to go back whenever I get a chance. But so tell me, you're 14 years old. When did you get started in the markets?
Well, actually, in fifth grade, we had a stock market contest, and it was through the stock market game, and we placed second, and then it kind of just sparked a hunger in me, and I've been investing ever since.
That is fantastic. And does anybody in your family invest? Do your parents invest? Or it was just through the stock market game when you were in fifth grade?
Well, I got introduced to it through the stock market game, but we have mutual funds for our college and stuff like that. And they also kind of warmed me up to the thought of investing. So
that's exciting. And how did you find Invstr?
I found Invstr through me and my friend who was on the stock market game team with me. We both kind of enjoyed the thought of investing, and so we were looking for those mock investing apps, and This one was the most user friendly. And so we both started, and we had a competition to see who could make the most capital in 1 month. And we just thought this was like the best platform to participate on.
That's great. And so who won? You or your friend?
It was me the first month, and he's not on Invstr anymore, but it was a lot of fun that summer investing and trying to be competitive with him.
That's fantastic. You know, we've got one of the investment clubs in the high schools called Cash Club. They use Invstr throughout their various high schools, and they use it to, compete against the high schools, and they create a league. So something you may want to look at doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And so what are your current views on the market? I've seen your portfolio. You've got some crypto. What's your style? What are you looking at? Give us a few of your stories.
Well, I am pretty heavily invested in cryptos most of the time. I feel like Bitcoin's in a bit of a lull right now, so I have it shorted currently.
Right.
And then I have IOTA right now, and I feel like IOTA is gonna spike up because it's on a steady slope of incline right now, and I've currently made 23,000 off of it just in the past couple of weeks.
Right.
And I have Google, because Google just bought out Fitbit.
Yes.
And Google and Fitbit have merged. And I have Pfizer shorted because in case the coronavirus vaccine does have any lawsuits against it for any problems it may cause to people, that would be a huge decline in their profits.
And especially in the U.S., we know the U.S. is very litigious, and for lawyers, it's great hunting grounds.
Yes, ma'am.
And let me ask you on the crypto, do you ever talk about this with your parents, and what's their view on crypto? How do they feel about you being excited to invest in crypto?
Well, since it is kind of like a newer thing, well, it's been around for a good 10 years, but like the newer ones have been around for 10 years. But since it is like a newer topic, it is a bit iffy because of the entire concept of like Bitcoin mining and how it's like now its own currency and all these crazy factors it is a bit, I can understand how it is a bit risky to think about it like that, but I feel like it's a pretty stable thing, and I've talked with them a little about it, and I've gotten them to kind of get on the crypto train.
Right, get on the crypto train. I know that, I guess for the millennial generation, it's one of the top 5 holdings that they have from the reports that I've seen. So there's definitely a lot of demand, and I think institutions gotten on board as well, which is part of the reason why we've seen this big rally in a short few weeks.
Yes, ma'am. It is a competitive market through cryptos, so I don't know how my portfolio is going to handle if Bitcoin does skyrocket while I have it shorted.
Right.
So we'll just see how that goes.
And so tell us about the investor community. Are there any interesting people you're following, or any interesting leagues you've joined, private leagues?
Well, I do keep up with the 100K, the top 100K people, and I try and compare my portfolio to theirs and see if I made the right choices when it came to the cryptos. And some I've disagreed with, others I've agreed with. And I don't have many followings, but I do enjoy looking at all the posts, such as In the Green, and I like listening to the podcasts.
Oh, wonderful.
So,
yeah, well,
it's pretty enjoyable.
Hear Brad Wolf, the 100K winner for January. Did you hear his podcast?
No, ma'am. I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, I suggest you listen to it. That was last week, and it's very interesting, sort of his approach, and he's up over 10% already this month. So he's gonna, if he keeps this up, he'll walk home with $10,000, which will be fantastic for him. He's a former Army guy, and he's got an interesting portfolio with a lot of the names that you and I would know, like 1-800-Flowers and Signet, and of course Tesla, Space, some of the classics that the investor community likes to invest in. But it's definitely a great idea to also follow the 100K winner, because he's doing well. Last month we had Thomas Quinlan, who was up over 3% in December, and it was a bit of a funny month. So they're good people to be following.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you want to pursue this for your long-term career. You want to be a financial advisor, or what are you want to manage a fund? What are you looking to do?
I'm looking to be like a financial advisor mostly. I was either thinking about going to maybe the heart of it all, New York, or maybe opening up my own brokerage firm, or I may just join one of the major companies and just be a financial advisor for them. And then I was thinking, with this knowledge that I've gained over the years, that I could hold some of my own stocks throughout all this knowledge that I had in the experience I've gained.
Exactly. It'll serve you well for your life. I mean, New York, I worked in New York my first year out of college, so it was definitely a great place to get my feet wet in the markets. I was at Lehman Brothers before they went bust, but had a great experience there. But who knows? By the time you graduate, everything may be on apps now. So maybe somebody like Investor, you never know. So, anything else you want to talk about, or that you think about this coming year, what to expect, what you're going to be looking at, and what your generation is hot on right now?
Well, I feel like that's going to be a hot topic for a while now. It's going to be cryptos.
Right.
And cryptos are just pretty steady and stable, depending on how you play it. Also, I feel like one stock in particular that I can always rely on is gold. Because the gold exchange is just practically the American dollar, and it's almost consistent returns. And precious metals, other precious metals, and such as, silver. Palladium is the one that I like to invest in the most, though, because it just has the most, it's the most reactive. So it's risk for reward. But I feel like I've made a good bit of money off of palladium in the previous months. But yeah, I think that's it.
That sounds
for me.
Sounds very interesting. Yeah, basically, cryptocurrencies and commodities, that's where you're going to be focusing.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know about the I've never been much of the smaller, less known stocks. I feel like those are too risky, and I don't have enough background on them to make a educated investment. But
right. Well,
it can be very profitable.
You can always do research. I know Fuel Cell has been quite hot on the app, and a lot of these stocks on a energy sector, clean energy, focusing on that. And obviously with vehicles going electric, that's also another hot sector.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think of Tesla? Do you think Tesla's going to continue going up, or you think we're going to see a retracement?
Well, I feel like Tesla probably has another year in it, but another couple of years. But I feel like once Nissan and all the other car companies, once they match Tesla's performance and kind of get to the same Excalibur of Tesla, then then Tesla will start getting some competition in its markets and not be the only dominant electric car in the business and make it less profitable.
Right. I see your thinking there. Well, it's going to be an exciting year ahead. And of course, we've got an exciting week ahead of us. We've got inauguration coming up. And I hope that, U.S. gets a little bit of peace back, fingers crossed. Yes, but I've really enjoyed talking to you, Charles. It's fantastic to see somebody who's 14 years old already so savvy and involved with the market. So congratulations for taking charge of your financial future and being an active member of our investor community.
And thank you for having me. It's been a long ride with the pandemic and investing in Invstr, but I feel like I have kept somewhat of a steady portfolio over these past couple months. Exactly.
And we've got some exciting developments coming out very soon with our new Invstr Plus product, but you'll hear more about that coming up. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, Charles.
All right, you too.
Making moves, machines with tools and drills.
This is Nora Lee. I'm not a financial advisor. My comments should never be taken as financial advice. Remember, investments come with risk, so always do your research and analysis beforehand. Happy investing.
Making moves, machines with tools and drills.